is Darian Allen, and I attend University of St. Mary. And for my project, I have to tell a story or individual story about something that's happened to me in my lifetime. So I decided to tell you about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is typically a time of year, when February 14th comes around every year, where people exchange cards, candies, expressive words of love, significant others, time to be, romantic, or to shoot your shot, as these kids say nowadays, for your potential. But for this specific Valentine's Day was this girl named Susan Crabgrass. I had a crush on Susan Crabgrass from kindergarten all the way to 10th grade to this point. And every time you'll see, I made a video, but every time I try to talk to Susan, nothing really just goes my way. Like, I can't talk, or I just get the shakies, or I don't know, I just be nervous. But for this specific Valentine's Day, I just took all nervousness aside, and I just wanted to express my love for this individual. So I did what anyone else did. I shot my shot, a 10th grade Darian to a 10th grade Susan Crabgrass, and this is the story. Here's the story. Valentine's Day is coming up, and I've been thinking of all the possible ways to ask Susan Crabgrass, the finest girl in school, how to be my Valentine. The problem is, every time I see Susan, I get nervous. I start biting my nails, blinking horribly, my face gets really tense, and I wouldn't know how to go about it. So I thought of a way to get her heart, and not make a total fool out of myself. So I came up with a few case scenarios in my head. So I was going to text her, I was going to say, hey. She would follow up and say, hi there. Then I would say, I saw you from afar and wanted to know if you wanted to be my Valentine. What if she says no? Then just throw the whole thing out the window. So I went where everyone my age goes to get advice for girls, the internet. I asked how to ask your crush to be your Valentine. Side note, never take advice from the internet, because more than likely it's not the best idea. Now back to the story. What I found on the internet was just pull the band-aid off and surprise and ask her, bro. So that's what I did. The next day in class, I saw Susan, and as she approached, I asked, can I meet after school? She said, sure. Now you might think that little question, I did it really well, but on the inside, I was shaking like a baby. But you wouldn't know. So I saw her and her friend in the park, and so I pulled the band-aid off. I asked, hey, would you like to be my Valentine? She looked, she approached me. I was being nervous. I was like, this is my chance. I'm finna get my Valentine. She's gonna say yes, we're gonna be cute, we're gonna be a couple. She's just staring there. Why isn't she saying anything? So then she said something that blew my mind. Thanks, but I already have a Valentine and I'm standing right next to her right now. My heart went from this great red thing, this full of life, full of color, to this white, dingy, dead piece of art, and it broke my heart in two. So I walked away from the park. I walked past the school. I didn't look both ways for the car. At that point in life, I didn't care about anything at the time. I walked to my house and I spent the night just in my room weeping, shaking my head thinking, why did I listen to the internet?